Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today our topic is about the heights and distance. We have completed our 8 parts of this chapter, and we have completed some basic concepts of all the exercise and some textual questions. I hope you have understood them all. Now the last topic of this chapter is heights and distance. To study the heights and distance, first of all we must have some idea about the angles known as angle of elevation and angle of depression. I will give you example. Suppose this is an electric pole standing, or tower you may say, standing vertically on the ground. Now here is some person. This is person. I will show it here. Yes, this is person. So if a person, from his eyes, if a person looks straight to any point on this pole, look straight on this pole like this, this line is known as horizontal line of sight, or horizontal line of sight, or horizontal line of sight, Now what if a person looks to the top of a tower? One thing I forgot. Since this line is parallel to ground, this is your ground level, so we simply called this line a horizontal line, or horizontal level we can say. So we write it just a horizontal level. What is horizontal line or horizontal level? This is horizontal level. It is line parallel to surface. So it is a line parallel to, this line is parallel to this, parallel to surface. So this is your horizontal level or horizontal line. Now what if a person looks to the top of tower? So he looks like this. So here an angle is formed between horizontal level and this is known as a line of sight. Line of sight is the point at the object at which the observer draws its line to the point on any point on the object. This is line of sight. This is line of sight, this is horizontal level. So in the observer's eye, in between the two lines, an angle is formed. This angle is known as the angle of elevation. It is formed between what? Line of sight and horizontal level. Now suppose, what if a person looks to the bottom of, or a foot of, this is foot of tower, to the foot of tower. So this is horizontal level, so he may look downwards like this. Here this angle is known as the angle of depression. This is line of sight. Again, the angle of depression is also formed between horizontal level and line of sight. Angle of elevation is formed between line of sight and horizontal level. Now when we know that, how can we know that this is angle of elevation and angle of depression? Remember this, when the line of sight is first I will write it here. Before that, you pause the video to note it down. So I will write it here. When the line of sight is above the horizontal level, above the horizontal level, horizontal level. Here This is line of sight, this is horizontal level. Line of sight is above the horizontal level. Remember, angle of elevation is formed. Angle of elevation will form. Elevation will form. And when line of sight is below the horizontal, this is line of sight, it is below the horizontal level, the angle here formed between the line of sight and horizontal level, it is known as what? Angle of depression. When we write, when line of sight is below the horizontal level, below the horizontal level, below the horizontal level, then which angle will be formed? Angle of depression will be formed. Angle of depression will be formed. Remember this. So both the angles, angle of elevation and as well as angle of depression, are formed between which two lines? Horizontal level. Horizontal level is level, it is a parallel to surface, and line of sight, and the line of sight is the line between the point on the object to the observer's eye. It is a line between the observer's eye and the point, any point on the object. So both these angles are formed between line of sight and horizontal level. So and I hope you will understand it. So you have to remember that we have two angles. One is angle of elevation, another is angle of depression. When the line of sight is above the horizontal level, we get an angle of elevation. When line of sight is below the horizontal level, we get an angle of depression. Now I will show you, I will show you how to we will use this concept. We will do some questions, and first of all, to study the question, I will show you some short tricks, I can say some concepts which we will use in questions, and our process will become very easy. Have a look. Look, I will first show you how will we have two approaches. We will have two approaches to proceed towards the question. First approach, for example, if you have, suppose you have a right angle triangle, simple approach, you have to remember this thing. If you remember this thing, I guarantee you that your heights and distance question will never get you will never do a wrong question in the question related to heights and distance. You will do it very easily. So first of all, if you have an angle, suppose we have specified angles whose ratios we know, we are familiar with. Suppose this is 30, this is 2. Suppose here this is suppose we need to, this is 3. Suppose this is 2, one side is given. This is your A, B and C. So we have one angle given, one side given. If we have to find the other two sides, remember this, if we have to find the other two sides, how will we find? What is the best way to find the other two sides? Remember this. For example, if we have to find CB, we have to find CB. How will we find this? Remember, we will write, there's a ratio, we will take the ratio, but the side which we are supposed to find, we will write it in the numerator. Remember, this is very important step. The side which we are supposed to find, which we will have to find, we will always write it in the numerator. For example, here we have to find CB, so we will write it in CB divided by, and the side which is given to us, we will write it in the denominator AB. Again, I will repeat it. The side which we are supposed to find, we will write it in numerator. Remember this is a very crucial step. Your heights and distance you will never get your wrong answer. You will never find any difficulty in finding the heights and distance questions, solving the heights and distance questions. So once again I will repeat it. The side which we have to find, we will write it in numerator, and the side which we are given, we will write it in the denominator. And see what is the ratio. Have a look. This is 30. Again, basic concept, the very first lecture if you remember this very well, I told you, I explained to you what is ratio of the sides, what is perpendicular, what is base. This is 30. With respect to this 30, what is this? This is base, you know it, side adjacent to the angle. And this is what? This is AB, base by perpendicular. This is ratio, base by perpendicular is cot. Cot how many degree? Cot 30. So you know the how to find the cot value of cot 30. Again, I have shortcut triangle. I have given you the shortcut idea. This is 30, this is 60, this is 1, this is 2, this is root 3. You know it. So tan 30 is, I'm sorry, this is 2, this is root 3 here. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, cot 30 is root 3 by 1. CB, you don't know, we have to find it. AB, this is 2, cot 30 is root 3. This is root 3 by 1. You can have a cross multiplication. CB equals 2 under root 3 centimeter. So in this way you can easily, or meter, whatever, in this way you can easily find, very easy, you can find any side. Again, suppose we need to find now AC. We will write AC divided by, we are given AB. Now we can use here this CB also, but we will find it for AB, from AB. AC by AB. Again, have a look. AC is what? AC is hypotenuse. AB is what? AB is perpendicular. Hypotenuse by perpendicular. With respect to this angle, this is perpendicular. Hypotenuse by perpendicular. This is which ratio? This is what? This is hypotenuse by perpendicular is cosec. Cosec how many degree? Cosec 30. Cosec 30 is 2 by 1. Have a look. Cosec 30, hypotenuse by perpendicular. This is 2 by 1. This is AC divided by AB is 2. This is 2 by 1. AC equals 2 to the 4. Your AC is 4. So easily you can find any side. There is a short formula, short trick we can, I'm saying that we can approach directly to find, if you have any side given, you can directly tell what will be the length, what will be the length of this side, what will be the length of this side. First of all, I will show you about the I am saying that when we are given the 45 angle, 45 degree angle, how you will tell you without finding the other sides, you will, on just looking on the triangle, you will tell easily that what is the length of other two sides. Have a look. First of all, I will have what is the logic, actually what is the concept. Suppose you have given the isosceles triangle. First of all, we will do for 45, and then later we will do it for 30 and 60. A, B, C. So isosceles right triangle. This is A, this is A. Isosceles right triangle, two sides equal. This can't be equal because this is the length, the hypotenuse length is the longest side of the right triangle. Now suppose we need to find AC square, use PGT. This is AC square, this is CB square plus AB square. So AC square, this is A square plus A square. AC square, this is A square plus A square, 2A square. AC is equal to, this is A square and root will goes A root 2. So this is A root 2. So here this is 45, as this is isosceles right triangle, simple. This will be 90, this will be 45, 45, because two sides are equal, their opposite sides are also, opposite angles are always equal. So if you have given any side of a triangle, your hypotenuse will be A root 2. Suppose you have given the triangle ABC in which one side angle, you know, isosceles right triangle, one angle is 45. Suppose you have given that one side, any of the side, this is 3, this is 3. Can you tell without finding the other side what will be the hypotenuse? It is what? It is what? A root 2, that is 3 root 2. Simple. Again, you have given the question that, suppose now we have given the hypotenuse ABC, this is 45 or this is 45, never, it is hardly matters. Suppose you have given that the hypotenuse is 5, hypotenuse is 5 root 2, hypotenuse is 5 root 2. Now what will be the other sides? Other side is without root, so you will divide it, is it? So other side will be A, it is 5 root 2 divided by root 2. This and this goes, this is 5. Or you can simply find here, look here. So hypotenuse is equal to what? A root 2. Hypotenuse equals A root 2. Take a look. Hypotenuse equals A root 2. A root 2. A root 2 equals 5 root 2. So root 2 cancel, a is equal to 5. So your other side will be 5. Simple. No need to proceed that method that you will use angle and then take ratio. That is also an approach, but with quickly, if you know this approach, we can quickly say what will be the length of other side. Suppose you have again we will do, let us take 45 here. This is 3. So what will be its length? Simple, it is 3 root 2. Simple, you know it very well. So this will be also 3. This is 3 root 2, a root 2, this is 3. So I hope you will understand it. In the next video I will show you the 30 and will show the how to find quickly the value of the sides, the length of the sides quickly, for in which the one angle is 30 and another angle is 60. And please, if you have any question and any query, mention it in the comment box. I hope you will understand it, and also subscribe the bell icon so that you will get the notifications of my video. And also if you have any suggestions, it will be most welcome. Thank you class.